CHAMPS is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Possible is everything. The Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. The Michigan Army National Guard, a proud partner and official military branch of the MHSAA. Michigan Student Aid, Michigan's go-to resource for student financial aid. Planning for your future, because your future begins now. Hungry Howie's Dough Raiser, your next fundraiser comes with flavored crust. And Sneth Camp Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Come visit Telegraph Road's newest Dodge and Ram truck dealer, serving Detroit. Welcome inside Ford Field for another state championship edition of the football finals. And welcome to State Champs, presented by Lawrence Tech. I am Lauren Plant. Every year, mark it down, there are teams on the verge of destinies who do not disappoint. Yet, there are those newcomers thirsting for a taste of that first ever state title, and man, is it fun to watch them drink. Hey, we are going to have our Final Four announcements for both the State Champs Anvil Award and the Hungry Howie's Mr. Football Race. But you might be asking yourself, hey Lauren, where's Kiera? Here she is.
Hey Lauren, we have a lot of ground to cover today, including highlights from all 8 of the Michigan High School football finals. And of course, as State Champs tradition go, we'll play them all in order except for one, and that's the Division I matchup between Chippewa Valley and Clarkston. We saved that main event for last. All right, thanks Kiera. You ready? Let's do this, and we begin in Division 8. The sweet sounds, the finals are here. Division 8, a pair of first-timers in the finale as Breckenridge took on the Reading Rangers, both teams undefeated. Breckenridge shut out Harbor Beach in the state semifinal game. Huskies going for it on 4th down. Carter Staley connects with Hunter Collins. 13-yard touchdown. Huskies up 6-0. Reading would pin Breckenridge down at the 1 after a 42-yard punt. Staley looking to go to the air, gets strip-sacked by Caleb Miller. Elijah Strine recovers for the score. First fumble recovery for a touchdown in MHSAA championship game history. Reading, under 6 minutes to go in the half, the junior Hunter Midgard taking it wide until he can find the pylon. 5-yard touchdown. Rangers went into the half leading 16-6. Breckenridge wasn't throwing in the towel just yet. Staley finds Collins, this time for the 12-yard score. They convert the 2 down just 10. But Reading would answer right back. The junior Midgard at it again, up the middle, gone. Second touchdown of the night, this one from 57 yards to the crib. The Rangers go on to win its first football state title in school history, 39-20 the final. Next, to Division II, Warren De La Salle looking to win back-to-back state titles as they went up against Muskegon Mona Shores. First meeting between these schools since the 2014 D2 state championship game. Mona Shores came in averaging over 45 points a game all season. 4th and 1 on the Pilot 40. Senior linebacker Jacob Dobbs, playing on a torn MCL, stops Caden Broersma from getting the first down. 16 tackles in the game. And the defending state champs got into gear next possession. Senior quarterback Nolan Schultz hits Josh DeBerry, and this senior has Big Ten schools warming up to him. 50-yard gain down to the Sailor 10. Nolan Schultz going alone 3 plays later. De La Salle led 7-zip after the opening quarter. Jump to under 2 minutes left in the first half. Mona Shores looking for the equalizer. The junior signal caller Broersma scores. We were tied at 7 into the locker room. 2 minutes into the third, De La Salle takes the lead right back. Schultz, 6 of 7 passing in the second half for 132 yards. Dobbs, what knee injury? Pure adrenaline, 44-yard score. 2 minutes ago, 3rd and 11 on the Mona Shores 19. Schultz on the keeper, 18-yard gain down to the 1. He'd punch it in for his 3rd rushing score of the game. The Pilots do it again. 3rd state championship in 5 years and 2 in a row. Warren De La Salle defeats Muskegon Mona Shores 29-16. 39 years at the helm of the Titans, Herb Brogan and Jackson Lumen Christie going for a three-peat in Division 6. They would take on the Montague Wildcats, first appearance in the finals since winning it all back in 2009. 11-2 Montague knocked off a very good unbeaten Traverse City St. Francis team in the semifinals. First quarter, the senior Bryce Stark takes a direct snap, pinballs off a few would-be tacklers, and he's gone.
57-yard touchdown. Wildcats out to a 7-0 lead after the first. Lumen Christi fell behind Montrose the exact same way a week ago before eventually earning a 42-20 victory. The Air Force-bound Nick Thomas down the sideline, 57-yard score. Game tied at 7. More Titans next possession. The senior Joe Barrett, play action, finds Sire Johnson in stride, 40-yard score. Lumen Christi takes the 14-7 lead. But the Wildcats clawed back before the break. Stark finished the game with 159 yards rushing, racked up 21 right here. We were even at 14 at intermission. Second half now, Titan time. Nick Thomas was the man. 249 yards on 28 carries, 2 scores. Jackson Lumen Christi goes 13-0, 42-28 the final, 11th overall title for the school, but the first time a Titan team has won 3 in a row.
Today, we'd like to talk about the MHSAA's new transfer regulation. It's not unusual for a student athlete to play a fall sport at their neighborhood school, then hop in the car after the season is over, and without moving, switch to a new school and be eligible the next fall. Beginning in the fall of 2018, students transferring schools that way will be ineligible for that sport in the fall of 2019. In other words, the next season in that sport. However, the student will be eligible in any other sport at the new school. And if a student meets one of the 15 exceptions in the MHSAA handbook, they could be eligible without delay in that sport at the new school. The rule is designed to slow down the athletically motivated transfers of students and disrupt the pipelines of kids following coaches who change schools or following teammates from non-school sports teams to a single school. For more information on eligibility or the transfer regulation, visit our website, mhsaa.com.
There are a ton of sports seasons that are starting as early as next week, but are you aware of one that's starting early 2019? I'm talking about the State Champs esports season. That's right, registration is going on right now for the 3rd installment of our League of Legends High School League. The season runs 10 weeks long, and the top 16 teams will be invited for a 2-day tournament to crown a state champion at Lawrence Technological University in May. Go to esportsmichigan.com to register. Early registration ends December 15th with the deadline of January 21st. More football state final highlights are next right here on State Champs.
I want to be a dermatologist, and though a lot of universities tried to recruit me for basketball, Lawrence Tech had the science curriculum that I wanted. LTU's Southfield campus is a great place to learn, and the classes are small enough that I don't have to wait for office hours to talk to my professors. They're usually right by my side, challenging me and guiding me toward a successful future. Lawrence Tech, possible is everything.
The ones who wake up every morning ready to take on the world. The ones who push their limits to be better than the rest. You're looking to join a team of leaders who want to be challenged. You want to be pushed to your limits. You value freedom and think you have what it takes. The ones with speed, strength, intellect, and determination. Michigan Army National Guard. We see you.
You ready, Darius?
Let's do it. Anybody want an autograph?
Autograph? We're here for the stuffed crust pizza.
Stuffed crust pizza? Hey, who do you think you are? End of the line, pal.
Flavor fanatics love stuffing their faces with our stuffed flavored crust. Get one for only $2 more on any large original round pizza.
Hungry? Howie's!
I'm Kevin Trozinski, and we head back to Ford Field for our state final coverage in Division 4. We had Edwardsburg back in the state finals for the 2nd year in a row, taking on the Chelsea Bulldogs. And we picked things up in the first quarter. Edwardsburg drove down to the 5-yard line before Caden Goggins goes up the middle for the score. Eddies lead 8-0 after the opening quarter of play. Bulldogs in the state finals for the 2nd time in 4 years will respond in the 2nd quarter. Senior quarterback Quinn Starkey connects with fellow senior Hunter Neff, who comes down with the great one-handed grab, Chelsea trailing 8-7 at the half. Third quarter now. The Eddies in the red zone again. Matt Gatesky bulldozes his way in for the 4-yard score. Edwardsburg increases their lead 16-7 heading into the fourth quarter. The Eddies' ground and pound offense just wore out the Bulldogs this night. Senior quarterback Trey Harvey keeps this one himself for the 4-yard score to give the Eddies a 22-7 lead. All Eddies in the second half. Caden Goggins takes this one up the middle to the sideline, and he won't be caught. 53-yard touchdown. He finished with 127 yards rushing on the night, and the Eddies go on to win 28-7 for their first state title in school history. We now go to the Division VII finale. New Lothrop in the state finals for the first time since winning it all in 2006, going up against Madison Heights Madison. Eagles also making its first trip to the finals since 2006 as well. And boy, there was a lot of points scored in this one. Pick things up just 2 minutes into the first quarter. Hornet senior Aiden Harrison gets the handoff via the jet sweep, and the Missouri recruit goes on in for the 34-yard touchdown. New Lothrop led 14-8 after opening the first quarter. Madison took care of Cassopolis to get here, led by the Mr. Football candidate Austin Brown. Here he would loft it over to Makai Johnson for the 11-yard touchdown, the Eagles now trailing 22-16. But New Lothrop would respond right back in a big way on the ensuing kickoff. It's Harrison getting the return, waits patiently, and then turns on the Jets. Down the sideline for the 96-yard touchdown, third longest in MHSAA history. Hornets went into halftime leading 30-16. Jump now to the fourth quarter. Madison cooking a comeback, trailing 30-24. Brown had over 400 yards of total offense. The 2-yard score, Eagles tied this game up at 30. But back comes New Lothrop with under 4 minutes left to go in the game. It's Avery Moore who had 138 yards on the game. Here going in for his fourth rushing score on the afternoon as New Lothrop hangs on to win 50-44 the final. Hornets' first football state title in 12 years.
This is Alan True from 24/7 Sports with this week's State Champs Recruit Report presented by Michigan Student Aid. Without a doubt, one of the best players in the entire state of Michigan this year has been Muskegon's junior quarterback Cameron Martinez. He rolled up big stats. He was offered by Northwestern earlier in the fall, but he just picked up a big one last week when the Michigan Wolverines came to town and offered him a scholarship. Martinez is a quarterback for the Big Reds, but the Wolverines like him as a receiver, possibly even a safety or their hybrid Viper position. Another outstanding two-way player in the state of Michigan is Detroit Renaissance sophomore Robert Army, who was outstanding for them this year as a cornerback and wide receiver. He was recently rewarded with his first scholarship offer from Central Michigan. Finally, one of the first GLIAC commitments of the year is on board as Grand Valley State started off their 2019 class with Utica Eisenhower safety Ian Kennelly. A big 6'2", 185-pound prospect who could play traditional safety, could also come down in the box, but certainly fits the Lakers' defense. For this week's State Champs Recruit Report, presented by Michigan Student Aid, I'm Alan True.
Michigan Student Aid, Michigan's go-to resource for student financial aid. Go to michigan.gov/MI Student Aid for more information.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first ever State Champs Anvil Award will be awarded soon, very soon, deeming the top linebacker or lineman in the state. But first, you need to know the Final Four. The People's Champion, that who won the popular vote, a 6'2" outside linebacker headed to Penn State, Lance Dixon from West Bloomfield, automatically in. Next, a 6'5" offensive lineman headed to LSU, Anthony Bradford from mighty Muskegon. Michigan State has a 6-foot inside linebacker from Chippewa Valley who's an Anvil Award finalist. His name is Marcel Lewis. And finally, a 6'4" weak side defensive end who tore it up at River Rouge. He's going to Clemson, Rook or Horo. That is your Final Four. The winner will be announced next week. Coming up in just a couple of minutes, we will have the Final Four in this year's Hungry Howie's Mr. Football race, so don't touch that dial.
Bring your A game and get discovered at the 2018 College Recruiting Showcase, Thursday, December 6th. Over 100 college football coaches from D2, D3, NAIA, and JUCO programs hunting for talent. This showcase includes college coaches meet and greets, educational and recruiting seminars, and on-field evaluations. Tuition just $65. Registration deadline December 4th. So register now at legacyfootballorg.com to reserve your spot and a chance to play at the next level.
You've worked hard to raise your family and build a happy life for them. Don't let unforeseen circumstances jeopardize everything you've built. Planning for Your Future is a law firm that makes it easy and affordable to protect your family with estate planning, wills, trusts, deeds, power of attorney, minor, and elder care. The experts at Planning for Your Future will meet with you, prepare your documents, and make sure you understand what each does. So contact Planning for Your Future today to set up your free phone consultation, because your future begins now.
The importance of higher education in my family was the main goal for us. Our goal was to graduate from college debt-free, and thanks to the programs at My Student Aid, we were able to do that.
I didn't know how much we were supposed to be saving for college. Nobody was putting that money aside for me from birth or kindergarten on.
Sometimes we'll see students 2, 3, sometimes even 4 years out of high school that call in, and we can happily say, yes, you're still eligible for this program.
It's tough to improve on an original, and SNEFCamp is Metro Detroit's original Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer. Lease the all-new 2019 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4 for only $69 a month for 24 months, or an all-wheel drive Dodge Journey GT, just $42 a month during the Black Friday sales event at SNEFCamp on Telegraph in Redford.
SNEFCamp, Metro Detroit's original. SNEFCamp, SNEFCamp. Back to Ford Field, Division 5. Hudsonville Unity Christian in the state championship game for the first time in school history, meeting the undefeated Portland Raiders. 2012, the last time they hoisted the hardware. Unity Christian shocks Swan Valley in the semis. Isaac Tesla hits TJ Van Covering down the middle, 31-yard touchdown. Satyrs led 14-0 after the first. 3 plays into the second quarter, Unity Christian strikes again. Tesla, a 9-yard scamper, lead increased to 20. The junior Tesla rushed for 97 yards and 2 scores. He gone! Hudsonville Unity Christian up 28-0 at halftime. The Crusaders ran for 279 yards on 50 carries. Going for it on 4th and 1, Max Boykema ripping off this 28-yard TD run. Crusaders up 35-0. But Portland still with pride. Jacob Veal receives the ensuing kickoff down the sideline, and they're not going to get him. 91 yards to the house. Raiders on the board, but trailing big, because this was the Crusaders' night. Mason Odenall with the icing on this state cake. Hudsonville Unity Christian wins its first football state championship, 42-7 the final.
I'm Kevin Trozinski, and to the nightcap on Saturday in Division 3. Rematch of a Week 2 matchup as Detroit Martin Luther King looking to win its 3rd state title in the last 4 years. Going up against the defending state champs, Muskegon, coming in on a 27-game winning streak. This game also featured a pair of Mr. Football candidates. For Muskegon, junior quarterback Cameron Martinez has over 2,000 yards on the season. Here, the 10-yard score, Big Reds out to a 7-0 lead. On the other side is 3-year starting quarterback Daquan Finn. With 90 seconds to go in the first, Finn dumps it off to Dominic Polydorhana, and the senior goes on in for the 42-yard touchdown. We are tied at 7 after the opening quarter. More from the duo of Finn and Polydorhana as they would connect again for the 22-yard touchdown. Going into the half, Detroit King was leading 14-10. Finn had 76 yards rushing on the night, and he would get 7 right here for the touchdown. The Big Reds would have a 13-play drive to eat up most of the third. Martinez is in once again from a couple yards out, and Muskegon was down 21-17 heading into the fourth. But it would be too much King on this night. Finn was 9 of 13 for passing for 173 yards and 4 touchdowns. Here, the 22-yard score to Ahmad Gardner, as Detroit King ends Muskegon's 27-game winning streak and captures its 3rd state title in the last 4 years, 41-25, the final.
Hey everybody, welcome inside the State Champs Sports Network studios, the only segment this week that we're in studio, and that is to announce the Hungry Howie's Mr. Football Final Four. Sean Belizian is here, as he has been all season long, as he took over for the great Tom Markowski. And Sean, tell us who they are.
Well, first and foremost, as we've said all year long, automatic berth, props to Cass Tech Nation. Jaron Mangum is in. He was our online winner, and we are men of our words. He gets the automatic bid. Also getting in, hard to deny this guy, Cameron Martinez, quarterback at Muskegon. did a little bit of everything, but did a whole heck of a lot of running. That's why many people feel that Muskegon is the #1 team in the state. Hey, how about DeQuan Finn? Now, we said this is not a Lifetime Achievement Award, but this is a guy that could apply for the Lifetime Achievement. What a phenomenal career he's had. And Austin Brown, hey, he's been on everybody's radar at Catholic Central and Madison Heights Madison. He went next level this year. So it was tough, Lauren, make no mistake about that, but those are the 4 that we've selected.
Couple of notes, big game performance is so big, and the way DeQuan Finn performed in the playoffs is why he is now a Final Four cast member. And also another of note is we have a junior in our Final Four in Cameron Martinez. This award does not go to just the best senior out there. This is who's the best football player. So you're going to find out next week who is Mr. Football, presented by Hungry Howie's for 2018.
Congratulations to our Mr. Football and Anvil Award Final Four, and good luck. If you are a sales professional with media sales experience, listen up. Our company, Yellow Flag Productions, is offering a good base salary, a great commission structure, and benefits to the right person who qualifies. This is an amazing opportunity to partner great companies with our franchises like State Champs, RoboZone, and the hottest thing going on right now, esports. Simply go to our contact page at statechampsnetwork.com and let us know you are ready to be a part of our team. Coming up next is our main event. It's the Division I state final, Chippewa Valley versus Clarkston. Stay with us. Are you stuck in your job? Getting frustrated playing the waiting game for the next opportunity to advance your career? Let Blue Chip Talent help. As an award-winning talent acquisition company, our specialty is matching candidates with careers in IT and engineering. At Blue Chip Talent, we take a laser-focused approach to reaching your career goals. We have access to jobs you won't find anywhere else to help advance your career faster and easier. Plus, we take care of you. Employees receive industry-leading benefits and competitive perks. Don't waste another minute worrying, because we are ridiculously good at advancing careers.
I want a career in robotics and automation, so I chose Lawrence Tech for its first in Michigan robotics engineering program. LTU's brand new STEM complex has a robotics lab where we can design, build, and program robots in a creative atmosphere. And the best thing is, I haven't graduated yet, but I already have a job in my field. I know I made the right choice for my career. Lawrence Tech, possible is everything.
Fundraising should be fresh, flavorful, and simple. We have the perfect solution at Hungry Howie's, Dough Raiser. Your team or school can sell paper pizza certificates that can be redeemed for 1 medium pizza at participating locations.
Hungry Howie's makes it easy. It's just a little mini pizza box, but we make lots of money, lots of dough.
Go to doughraiser.com to learn more and sign up. Your next fundraiser comes with flavored crust. Welcome to Hungry Howie's Dough Raiser. Here we go. Time now for our main event, the Division I finale. Chippewa Valley back in the state final for the first time since winning the D2 championship 17 years ago. Meeting the defending state champs, Clarkston. Wolves looking to win its 4th state title in 6 years. The table was set. Chip's first drive took 6 plays, 76 yards. Andre Chenault punching it in, 7-zip Big Red lead. Here came Chip Valley again. This time, the 3-year starting quarterback Tommy Schuster airing it out to Martise Bunting. 36-yard strike. Chip Valley led 14-3 after 1. Clarkston made a statement last week with a 21-3 victory over Saline. Second quarter, Wolves offense churning. Senior quarterback Jake Jensen finding some daylight, and he won't be stopped before he gains 25 down to the Big Red 12. That led to a 3-yard touchdown tumble by the senior Jacob Honstetter. Wolves down 17-10 with 41 seconds left in the half. But until the clock showed 0 straight across all season long, Chippewa Valley made big-time plays with big-time players. Spotlight shining on the senior Indiana commit, David Ellis. What started at his own 6 will turn into a 94-yard kickoff return for 6. That was big. Big Reds went into the locker room up 24-10. Before the end of the third, Schuster, a perfect 13 of 13 passing for 205 yards, set a new MHSAA finals record for accuracy in a title tilt. Hooking up with Bunting again, Big Reds lead now at 31-17. Wolves got the ball with 2:28 left, engineered a 10-play, 78-yard drive. Less than 30 seconds ago, Jensen with ice in his veins, the delivery to Miller. Wolves down 31-30. Do they kick the extra point or try and win it? The Wolves going for it. Reverse to Josh Luther with the option to throw. Nobody open. Mike Garwood with the takedown for the title. Big Red Nation on cloud 9. Chippewa Valley hangs on and wins 31-30. First state title since 2001.
Time now for the Great Clips Clip of the Week. So many clips to choose from the football state finals, but it would be Aiden Harrison out of New Lothrop. Here, the Missouri recruit returns the kickoff 96 yards to the house, third longest in an MHSAA state championship game, as New Lothrop goes on to win the Division 7 title. The Clip of the Week is presented by Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
What a fantastic show, and I have to tell you, it really is my honor to get a chance to watch these young men fight for the highest honor, and that is to win a state championship. Why don't you relive it on our website, statechampsnetwork.com. I promise you, if you follow us on social media, there is a ton of finals content. Well, we have come to an end, but you know, as they say, as one door closes, another one opens. Right, Kiera?
That's right, Lauren, but we have one more show before we close out our 2018 season, and it's a big one. We announce our Hungry Howie's Mr. Football winner and our State Champs Anvil Award winner, and we have a few surprises up our sleeves, so you want to be sure to tune in. We hope all of you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and until next time, this was State Champs.
State Champs is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Possible is everything. The Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. The Michigan Army National Guard, a proud partner and official military branch of the MHSAA. Michigan Student Aid, Michigan's go-to resource for student financial aid. Planning for your future, because your future begins now. Hungry Howie's Dough Raiser, your next fundraiser comes with flavored crust. And Snethcamp Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Come visit Telegraph Road's newest Dodge and Ram truck dealer, serving Detroit.